Evolution Mortar is finally available in the game. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the best Evolution Mortar deck in Clash Royale. Game number 1 here was a scary Dax tree. So basically, I had to farm some wins there to get my Evolution shots out of the Diamond Pass. So I was forced to play the Diamond Pass. And yeah, I mean, this is not really a new deck for you guys. We're just playing an absolutely incredible cheap cycle, free card cycle also. And we're just trying to stack and spam the mods. In the last season, Lucas X Gamer was actually able to finish top 10 in the entire world with this deck, which is absolutely incredible, because Supercell actually messed up and brought the Evolution Mortar before the season ended, which is, I don't know how this can happen, but it's Clash Royale, so we saw really worse things, to be fair. So great, Ice Spirit team, still gonna go log here, and our next Mortar will be an Evolution Mortar. I'm just gonna go for the Hawk Rider here, bypassing the Tombstone. He decides to go for the Variable, and I think like defensive Mortar, of course, right? Really important, just like you have some stats around that. The Evolution Mortar has like more HP than the normal one. It's a bit like 1 second faster attack speed, 20% faster attack speed, and also the Goblin, of course, is really helpful every time the Evolution Mortar is gonna target something. Like the Goblin will come out of this, kind of like out of the bomb there, and also you get always 2 shots on the opponent's tower. So if you let the Mortar connect, the Evolution Mortar connect on top of the tower, the Goblin will come on top of the tower and will get 2 shots, which is like really significant. Also, yeah, I don't know, I was a bit surprised. I personally thought it would be just like 1 shot, but actually 2 shots. So when the Evolution Mortar is connecting on the opponent's tower, it's like so much damage, right? Because you still get the normal damage from the Mortar and then like an extra Goblin. It feels really busted, really unbalanced, but I mean, this is really normal for Evolution. The opponent doesn't really want to play against me. I can understand it, to be honest. Here we go, next game here, and hopefully our opponent now decides to play some Clash Royale against us. And I would say we're just going to be aggressive, right? We have like a really cheap cycle in case you guys don't have the Archer Queen unlock. You want to really use the... Oh, he also has it! He also has it! You really want to use... the Musketeer, it also works really well. So I'm just gonna go for the Mortar here, for my Hawk Rider here, bypassing the Mortar, and also giving me the ability to get like a really easy King to activation. What the heck, dude? So he has Mortar, Bomb Tower, but he absolutely messed up this Bomb Tower. So I can just cycle 1 more card. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake here, and then I'm just gonna play another Mortar, and the next Mortar will be Evolution Mortar. So you have like the kind of cycle of 2. I don't really get like how Supercell is managing the cycle. I don't get that example why the Royal Giant has like a 1 cycle, and like Skeletons had like a 3, so have like a 3 cycle. It's like, I don't know, I don't really get it, but yeah, I feel like nobody really gets that. So the Hawk Rider will get some decent amount of chip damage here on top of the Mortar. Won't get a shot on the tower, but I think we can get an easy log, and soon we are of course back now to the Evolution Mortar. I'm just gonna go play it in case he goes in for the Bomb Tower. I'm just gonna go for an instant Earthquake. Let's go! And this is what I'm talking about, right? The Goblin will get 2 shots every time it connects, and it feels so broken. Also, as I said, the attack speed is also faster. So, look at this, guys. How much chip damage. Not just like the normal damage, also the Goblin chip damage. It's absolutely incredible. And I personally think in defensive games, and I feel like this is like the main strategy with Mortar. In defensive games, you're trying to stack the mods on defense against Royal Giant, against Bridge and decks. It will be so strong, especially against Bridge Spam, right? Against Packer Bridge, for example. Every time you're getting a Goblin here against the Packer will be absolutely crazy. And also, it's impossible to kind of kill the Goblin. So when a Goblin gets on top of the tower, it's impossible to kill besides like logging that. Because when you play Skeletons a bit earlier, then the Mortar will just absolutely kill that, because like of the splash damage it still does. And if you play later, as you guys were seeing, the Goblin already connected to. So I'm just going to go for my Hawk Rider here. I just feel like the Mortar will kind of allow Clash Royale to be even more defensive than it is right now, because defensive Mortar is like absolutely incredible, because it also has more HP, so it's way better against Earthquake, for example. And especially with this type of cheap cycle decks. Also in Clash Royale League, where it's a dual format, you can just use every single card once. There's like currently like decks which work really well with like the Royal Giant, the Hawk Firecracker deck, and like Mortar Minor Control example. These are like decks which don't really need like which have like separate cards, since like you don't need like a Fisherman in all of the decks, or like Skeletons. You can kind of switch all of that stuff around. So this is kind of concerning me, is that like in CL example, every single pro player will use this 3 decks, and maybe like different variations, maybe like Miner there, Poison, Fireball, maybe like Valkyrie, Knight, Archer Queen, Mighty Mine. This is like just the only real changes there, or maybe like in like the spells overall. But I personally think the meta in CL example will be really boring. Here we go guys, next game. Opponent starts off with Wall Breaker Split, just Mortar in the middle, and I personally think Mortar in the middle is also really the prior play currently, because especially against Evolution Cracker, you don't really want to go in for the Mortar just normally, because if you go for Mortar like normal with the bridge, your opponent's going to play this Evolution Cracker, and Evolution Cracker will always get splash damage on opponents, or like on our tower, on your tower, and it's not just like 200, 300 damage, like 800, 1k, and something you don't really want to see. So this is a really perfect ability. I'm really proud of myself. Let's go. And the game is over already. And just like the combination between the Mortar, the Queen is synergizing is absolutely perfect. And I can just chill here. I'm kind of waiting now. I'm just going to go for defensive Hog Rider. Perfect Hog Rider. So the Hog Rider gets like 2 shots on top of the opponent's tower. I'm just going to go Skeletons in case he decides to go in for the miner. He does. So I'm just going to also go for Icebird here. Perfect defense. I'm really proud of myself. And now I can just go for the lock here as long as I hit the lock. That was clean. That was perfect. That was awesome. This is why I'm playing Clash Royale. I'm just going to go for the Mortar now. I have my Earthquake ready. Man, it's like crazy. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake here. Honestly, I'm really going to go for the Earthquake here. It looks like really, really interesting. But I think it's good because now the Mortar connects on tower and there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. I'm just going to go play Skeletons here to kind of protect my Mortar because I at least want to get one more shot. But I think we do get one more shot after this shot because the attack speed, as I said, is also 20% faster. And yeah, this game is already over. It's over again. I don't know. You can't lose with this deck, guys. Next game up here with Oxygen, and maybe this guy has his chance against us. I would like to go for Mortar first play because I just want to spam Mortars basically. It's just like a Mortar cycle deck. And also like, I feel like a ton of people are complaining about cycle decks in the last couple of months, and right now it's like even all over the place. Since Evolutions are added in the game, Royal Giant Cycle was busted. Firecracker 2.4 Elixir minus Cycle was like the deck which finished like number 2 in the world. And it kind of just shows like, right, Evolutions, they're just broken itself, and then you're just playing the cheapest cards around, like the cards which also get a ton of volume defense, like Goblins, Icebird, and so on. You just have an absolutely crazy good deck. So his Mortar gets one shot, I don't really care. I'm just gonna play my own Mortar. I misclick it one tile too high, but it's fine. I'm just gonna go for my Archer Queen here, sniping the Skelly Dragons. And I'm just gonna go here using my Hawk maybe. Do I get the Hawk in front of this? Is the Hawk gonna do something? No, it's not. I'm just gonna go for bats. So let's see. Is he gonna... Okay, just gonna go for the Icebird here. He has like Barbarians and Mighty Mine. I don't know what to say about that. That's like really interesting. You don't really see that in Lava decks. Maybe it's gonna be something else. I don't know. Is it gonna be Graveyard maybe? Because there's like a similar Graveyard deck. I'm just gonna go for my Log here. I don't really want to take too much chip damage there. The next Mortar will be normal Mortar, but then afterwards I get the Evolution Mortar unlocked. So I'm just gonna go for the Mortar here. I'm just gonna spam it, right? Just want to bait some Elixir out. He decides to go in for his own Mortar. And I'm just gonna go for my Earthquake here. Really smart Earthquake. We do get some decent amount of chip damage to kill his Mortar, and also we kinda damage his Musketeer. So I'm just gonna play my Icebird there. Icebird is great. And I mean, next up I'm just gonna play my Hog Rider. Hog Rider is great. I think we do get 2 shots. What the heck? Bro, your Barbarians are so bad. And I think right now we're just going to use the Mortar on defense. And we're kind of seeing the potential of the defensive Mortar. Just distracting. Like, just like this one Goblin, right? Just like the distraction help is incredible. I'm just going to go for the Mortar here. Look at this. Against the Mighty Mine example, it's so crazy. I'm just going to go for my Lock here. Perfect Lock. And I think I'm just gonna go for normal Mortar again. As you guys can see, it's just about like spamming and creating the pressure. I'm just gonna go now for my Earthquake here. I'm also gonna go use my ability. Hopefully I got it in time. No, I didn't, which is unfortunate, but I can just go for bats here. We're just going for this. I need to go for that. I'm also gonna go for my Earthquake here because he will go freeze. So his freeze won't do anything. That was a bit lucky, to be honest, because if the one Barbarian would have survived, we would have had like a really huge problem. But I can just go now for the Mortar in the middle, using my Archer Queen here. Icebird is coming down. Great Icebird. Because of the Icebird, I think we do get 2 shots. Maybe not with his ability. And I'm just going to go for bats. Great bats. And I'm just going to go now for Hawk EQ here. And the next one will be an Evolution Mortar again. Skeletons, Icebird. And now I'm just gonna go for the evolution mod. The queen, of course, we have like ice birds, skeletons, and bats, and also the 3-card cycle, which is absolutely amazing. So we're just gonna go for the hog right here. Honestly, it's not really helpful, this situation, that the evolution mod is on the map and not the normal mortar, because since that happened, the goblin like always makes sure that this mighty miner will be in mortar range for him. So like his mighty miner kind of completely tanks my mortar. Normally the opponent still needs to respond to that, because the mighty miner walks on top of my mortar, and then he needs to play something, because otherwise the mortar connects to tower and refocus. So this is kind of the only weird disadvantage I see in some situations against like really slow troops like that, to distract them, which is a bit annoying. But overall, of course, this card is so busted. So basically this deck wins. I know, guys, like I feel like a ton of people ask me now, where should I use my evolution shards on? And I would personally think, yeah, Firecracker is still so broken. Also Royal Giant is fully broken, but I would say these cards will receive most likely another nerf, and I could think after that the Mortar will be way, way better. Also, you guys like kind of recognize how fat the Mortar now looks on the picture. It's pretty fine too, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go now for my ability here. I'm just gonna go log, just gonna go ice bird like this, and just gonna go bats, perfect bats, and here I'm just gonna go skeletons. Like honestly, you could think like, okay, I was a bit of some trouble, right? But we won this game already once again, because just like the 3-card cycle, skeletons, ice bird, bats, distracting everything, hog rider, aggressive queen ability, and he was like, okay, I'm just gonna like kind of taking the damage, right? He had like a phoenix plus advancing minor push, but I defended like almost with taking out any damage. And now I'm just gonna go for the hog rider on the right side, and hog rider will hopefully get some decent amount of chip damage. 1 shot, 2 shots, and this will be towered down. The question is, does he have a balloon? Because if he has a balloon, I don't really want to use my archer queen on top of the lava, and I would rather use it on top of the balloon. So this is a really smart archer queen. I'm just gonna go skeletons here. No! No! Please help me! Oh man, you saw my plan, right? You saw my plan, but it didn't work out. So we need to be careful now. We really need to be careful. I need to get an archer queen down as soon as we can. Help me! Help me! Help me! Archer queen down. Ice bird, let's go. Great ice bird. And my archer queen is gonna clean it up. The question is like, how do we defend this next lava on push without having an archer queen in cycles? So we might need to be more aggressive than him. Let's see if this is the answer. I'm just gonna go for my bats here. I'm just gonna use my skeleton. Just gonna go log skeletons here. Ice bird. And I'm just gonna go for a hog rider here maybe. Because I need to do something, right? If I'm not, I'm just gonna straight up giving up. And I can just cycle to another bat, bro. We have like every few seconds we had bats. This is crazy. I can just go now for my archer queen here. He still needs to defend his king tower. It's so much damage. Bats are gonna kill everything, and I can't believe this, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. This deck is absolutely majestic. Is that even a word in English? I don't know. Like absolutely crazy, insane, dominant deck. If you guys are really looking for a deck which is absolutely strong in the meta, you can win almost any matchup just by like cycling, applying pressure, and of course the evolution mode is absolutely insane. I would say thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section which decks you guys want to see next. Subscribe, like this video, code Mortar in the shop. Thank you, guys.